Hello, welcome to Season 3 of Once Upon a Surgery. I'm the host, Carrie Burlett, wife of world-renowned plastic surgeon, Dr. Anthony Burlett. Today we have an incredible episode coming. We are now connecting a case from when my husband was actually operating back at University Hospital, UMDMJ, and this was a case where he was involved in the amputation of a cancer patient who was a young boy at the time, a teenager. And I'm so excited to introduce you to my guest, Jimmy Nolan, and here for you to hear his story with me. So welcome, Jimmy. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited. It's crazy that we got connected.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled to have you here.
Happy to be here.
And this is, again, it's just crazy because, so I've been married to my husband. It'll be 8 years. And I know all these stories that he's told me through the years. And you're one of the earliest patients, I think the earliest patient so far that I've met of his.
Wow.
And it's really interesting to be connected. And so to start off, I guess, tell us your story. So you were diagnosed with osteosarcoma, you said?
Yes, I was 15 when I was first diagnosed. I had my scapula replaced. And then a year later, it grew back, and instead of radiation or any chemo, they just took the arm and scapula and clavicle.
Okay, and that was really did they think that was the only option at that point? It's just how it had come back, or
I believe they didn't think that radiation or chemo the tumor would react to it.
Okay, right. And I can say, because I had a nephew on my ex-husband's side of the family who had an osteosarcoma in his leg, and he was diagnosed at 17. And I know at one point they were talking about amputation, and he chose not to, and he passed away at age 19. So I assume that was definitely, the right choice. And,
it was quick. It was, they told me what was going on, and 2 to 3 weeks later the surgery was.
Wow. And so that must have been, at such a young age, I guess, you didn't have a choice, really, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
still under my parents' guidance, so.
Right. So, but then I saw you in a video, and you became a tremendous tennis player after this. And,
I love sports, and it's something I could pick up again.
Right.
So, learning everything lefty, I went with different sports also.
That's crazy. And you... Because it just, you were originally right-handed, and
yes.
So that must have been a whole, adjustment, right?
It was an adjustment, but being 16, I feel that it was, I don't know what to say, easier. But if it happened when I was older, I think it would have been a bit more difficult.
Right.
Adapting.
Yeah. And I know, so with the surgery that my husband was involved with, so you mentioned there were 3 doctors. So there was an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah,
right?
Dr. Joe Benavinia.
Uh-huh.
Your husband was the plastic surgeon, and I had a chest surgeon, and I forget his name, but it did start with a B too.
Okay, right, and we'll have my husband on to explain what exactly he did, but since that point, then you've been cancer-free, there's never been
since August 10th, 1999.
Wow, okay, and do they have you do checks every year? And it's maybe, I guess if you just, there's no risk.
The checks stop after a certain amount of time.
Because you're just in the clear. Okay.
I believe with sarcoma, it comes back once, and then you should be good.
Okay.
So I went years with checkups, but
amazing. Yeah.
None recently.
Wow, that's amazing. And now, so you went from tennis, and now you've evolved into a golfer, right?
Yeah, took up golf for some reason, like being frustrated.
Right.
Yeah.
And so. With lefty, and we watched this video, and you have this tremendous golf swing. That's
there's a lot of adaptive golfers out there that are much better than me.
Really?
But it's a great community. I play for a one-arm golf organization.
Okay.
And we play throughout the country.
That's amazing.
Doing clinics for kids and amputees and cerebral palsy and anyone that's been in any kind of limb indifference.
I think it's amazing. I think sports are such a great way to, again, to just, as you're coping with this adjustment, to your life. I know, actually, my close friend, her husband is the head of this organization called Move United. So it's kind of a similar where the amputees, like people from the military that end up
Right.
as an amputee, then they get them involved in sports.
Yeah.
And I think that's just such a healthy, way. It keeps you in competition. And I mean,
It's a big
these
help.
people are, they are, athletes and competitive. And I think that's great fun.
Yeah, it's playing any kind of adaptive sports with other people with their own stories and learning their stories and meeting their families, and it's just it's a great bond, and it's therapeutic meeting and competing with others.
Right, I'm sure. And so, have you met younger cases where, they,
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm sure you could be an inspiration to them.
we do clinics for amputees or kids who are born without a limb, and just to hear the energy is amazing, and for them to see older generations and other people with the same kind of disability, it gives them more confidence to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's also perspective is so important.
For sure.
And I have we all have your own situations, but I have a niece actually who has a rare condition, and she actually in 2021. So basically, it's a condition where your body is slowly growing a second skeleton, and so you lose mobility completely. And so she had a fall and lost movement in her leg, right? But it's again, so she doesn't have, unfortunately, with her condition, you don't have an option to do sports. But she's discovered things like robotics, and other ways to compete.
That's
and
great.
It's just there are ways. It's like your ways
Yeah.
to adjust and
Get everyone involved.
Get everyone involved. And again, I think it's nice to have a community, right, to relate to.
For sure.
And so that's amazing. And then tell me how. So again, so you became a tennis player, and then what was the rest? You're now how old?
I'm 43 now.
Okay, 43.
I
so
was
this
16 when the operation happened.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I played tennis in high school.
Uh-huh.
And did very
And how
well.
is that like adjusting, and learning? So had you played tennis before?
No, I
Wow.
just took it up and wanted to be good at something and learned the sport. And August 10th, '99 was the operation, and I was playing varsity tennis March in 2000.
Okay, wow.
So my junior year in high school.
That's amazing. And how was it like? How were people in your high school? Because my niece has actually, had some difficulties.
I grew up in
and,
a great community.
it
I had
all depends on the
a lot of
community.
help.
Yeah.
Big support system. I grew up in Riverdale, in Morris County, and we go to Ponton Lakes High School. Growing up playing with everyone from town, plus my church, St. Mary's in Ponton Lakes, that I volunteered and worked at. It was just when everything happened, they were right there for me and just act like nothing ever happened.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I think it's great when you have a community that's again embraces you, and it's again like you're still you, right?
Yeah.
And just think about again how fortunate you are that to survive cancer and all everything else, and it's a huge adjustment, but it sounds like you really thrived.
Yeah, that was
And
definitely an adjustment. It's still adjusting.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And so now, and you're married with 2 kids and have a career, right?
Yeah.
And so how was that journey? How did you, first of all, how did you meet your wife? And then you're a police dispatcher, is that right?
I dispatched for the police department,
Okay.
the town that I grew up in. I've been there since 2005,
Wow.
so it's been a while. Met my wife at a local bar in Riverdale.
Really?
Yeah, she was out with her friends, and saw a pretty girl, walked up to her, and kept on trying to make her smile. That's all you could do, right?
Yeah. And so what year was that?
Met her in November of 2015, and we were actually engaged today.
Today?
In 2017.
Oh, wow.
And then we got married in March 2018.
Amazing. Wait, so today's the 27th? Oh, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys drink champagne? We'll have to have some champagne.
Yeah, we can toast to it.
That's amazing. And then we'll have her on and your two sons.
For sure.
But that is like truly incredible. And then, yeah, and with the two boys, how has that been? As a father, I saw in your interview.
That was the biggest adjustment, having one arm.
Right.
Trying to raise kids. I mean, without my wife, I would never been able to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
She's our rock, and she's been with the kids for 4.5 years, almost every day.
Wow.
I mean, I do my best and try to be there for them and do everything I can to help out.
Yeah.
But it's tough. Mm-hmm. But it's worth it. That's the hardest and best job ever.
Right. And I had seen your interview where you had, I think, when they were younger, the one started to notice, like, oh, wait.
Yeah, my youngest is starting to notice now.
Okay.
He's just over 2, and he'll say it. He'll say, "Daddy has one less arm."
Right. You're like, yep.
Yeah. So he'll go through that phase for a little bit, but it doesn't faze him. We have a good time.
Right. Exactly.
Play every day.
No, it's again, that doesn't define you, right? It's like, it's just that's what's happened. That's where life is, and and I'm sure kids. That's another thing is like what the kids' comments, right? There's
a lot of questions, which it's fine. It's better than
right,
sitting there and not answering, just staring.
That's amazing.
There's been years of feeling awkward around people.
Really?
But, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't know what people are thinking. Some people are mean, some people are nice. Mm-hmm. But that's life, and you just go along with it.
Right.
Try not to get down.
Mm-hmm. Wow, good for you. But
Thank you.
Yeah, it's again, I think, and I've been just in this community of people with just different, who's had different things happen in life, and I feel like it brings you to another level. Just I don't know, in terms of a lot of these people, sometimes they're like the most, their resilience, they're just so inspiring, and it's nothing that you asked for, but it seems like you've thrived in this situation. And again, it's amazing to, like, again, the sports part I love. I wonder if you're better than my husband. He'll have to take...
We'll see.
You have to take... We belong to two clubs. He'll have to take you to one. And see.
I would love to go out with him.
It looks like, I mean, again, like you're an incredible player. And then I wonder, again, so, and your boys are still young. So do they do any sports? Or?
We have our oldest in soccer, but it's just a swarm of kids running around right now.
Right, that's the age.
He's only 4. But hopefully he gets into it, and we'll see what happens.
Having gone through this, how do you think it changes, like, your outlook on life?
There's pros and cons. At first you think everything bad is going to happen to you. But going through life with a disability and playing sports and seeing people's reactions to you handling life just like everyone else and moving forward and succeeding, it's a blessing. And playing in the golf organization, the North American One-Arm Golfers Association I play in, all our stories are truly inspirational, and it's so genuine here, just being with them and getting to hear their stories, see their good and bad and what's going on in life and how they handle everything. Because it's just it takes a lot of help.
Of course.
And seeing someone else struggle, you try to help them. You struggle and they help you. And that's what it should be. Treat everyone the way you want to be treated, right? Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sure it's great to have, again, that connection with others in a similar situation.
Yeah, it's
have that
phenomenal.
Support network, right?
It's really great, and I have my wife to thank for that, because I never wanted to go on these trips, the golf trips, and she got me to go on my first trip back in 2020, and
really? That was because of her?
Yeah, she goes, "You really need to go play with these guys."
I love it.
Yeah.
That's a good partner.
Absolutely.
A lot of women I know aren't encouraging their husbands to go on golf trips.
No. I mean, it's not easy for her, but
Yes.
especially with the kids now. But
Right, yes.
she does a great job.
Right, that's amazing. And what do you think's the biggest misconception that people have of you as having one arm?
That I'm not going to be able to do a lot of things.
Right.
Always asking for if I need help.
Okay.
That's a big thing.
And so do you not like to be asked if you need help?
It all depends on how the day's going, really.
Right. Yeah.
Being asked could be annoying, but obviously it's helpful.
Right.
I could be stubborn.
But I'm sure, because you can still drive.
For sure.
Yeah. And I mean, like, what else? I mean,
I took my license test
Right.
right on schedule. I took it twice today. I took
Wow.
it with you're supposed to have like a knob on the steering wheel. It's called like a suicide ball.
Okay.
And I took it with the knob. And my dad said, "Do you mind if he takes the test without it?" And I took it without it, and they let us drive
Great.
off that day.
Perfect. Right. Are there other, activities that you participate in that people are surprised by? I mean, other than obviously your sports.
Fun fact is I delivered pizza from when I was 17 to 22.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And so how do you carry it? You can just hold it with your hand,
Just stack it up and ring the doorbell with the box.
right? And then, I mean, your arm is probably
Hope for a better tip.
Right, exactly. At least and then I imagine your arm is just incredibly strong too by not having, you have to.
It's strong, but it's also, I mean, I'm 43, been doing it for 27
Right.
years.
Uh-huh.
So it's not every day it's feeling strong.
Right. But I still also, the fact that you were originally right-handed, because that's a whole, people talk about, like, if you're left-handed, you're in the right brain, everything there. So, and I'm left-handed actually. But I just think that is interesting that then to have to adjust, I mean, you think that must have been a challenge, even probably writing, right?
Yeah. I mean, even working wise, I type more than write.
Right.
So I could read it.
Yeah. Well, I have horrible handwriting, so I can definitely relate to that. And I'm left-handed, and I was born left-handed, but I still actually that's a thing with left-handers is that we just have horrible writing anyway. So
Yeah.
it's nice that you can do tennis, you could do golf, you could do all these sports. I mean, soccer too, right? I mean,
I
how
play
is
soccer.
that? Yeah.
I still play. I'm in a men's softball league. I still play every Tuesday night. So right now it's just golf and softball.
Amazing. And again, a lot. You make me feel lazy, but
I could be lazy.
right. And you work nights, I guess, with this job.
That rotates. Yeah, I work 1 month of nights, 1 month of days.
Okay.
So
Right.
we're sleeping.
Yeah, and especially with the kids.
Schedule.
Although sometimes then maybe it's, I don't know, with the kids, maybe it's easier to be on the night schedule and they don't sleep. But,
Work is definitely easier.
and how did you end up following that path?
Dispatching.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends were in law enforcement, and a position opened for dispatching, and I took the job so I could figure out what I want to do in my life.
Right.
And
And
stay
it
with
works. I mean, I'm sure that's an interesting career too, right?
Yeah, every day is different.
Right.
Definitely.
And you know everything that's going on in town.
Unfortunately, that's the only thing about working. It's good and bad working where you grew up.
Right. I know sometimes you probably know some of the people.
Yeah, you see the good and the bad.
Right. Okay, well, it's so nice to meet you.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
What's that? Yeah.
Thank you for having me. This
And
is great.
so I want to have, my husband on to talk about what's involved with this kind of surgery. And then I want to meet your wife and your 2 beautiful children.
Great, let's get it.
And I have some cookies for them.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay, so we are here with Dr. Burlett and his patient from 27 years ago. It's amazing. And so you were at University Hospital at this point, early on in your career. And can you explain what exactly needed to be done with this particular surgery?
So Dr. Benevenia, who is an orthopedic surgeon at University Hospital, currently he's the chief there, He's a specialist in orthopedic oncology, which basically means cancer of the bone and soft tissues, actually. So he does both of those things. And we worked together very closely for many years. I also called myself the vampire surgeon because he'd be working all day and I'd be working all night to finish up.
Okay.
So in his particular case, they made he had osteosarcoma, which is a bone cancer, can be very deadly, and he sacrificed his arm for that. In the meantime, they took his entire shoulder girdle away, including his clavicle, his scapula, and all the bones of the shoulder, and they left a pretty big hole right down to the rib cage, which involved. We also had a thoracic surgeon there as well.
Yeah.
So between the three of us, three specialties, we got it taken care of.
Well, and he said in this case, chemoradiation wasn't an option. Is that because, and then with this particular cancer though, once, it comes back once, and then once you're through that, then you're in the clear.
So sarcoma as a cancer does not respond well to radiation.
Okay.
Or chemotherapy. For the most part, it's a surgical cancer that to heal it. I guess today there's probably a few other modalities that may work a little better, but at the time, surgery was and it was aggressive surgery because I'm sure the bone cancer involved the muscles around it or the tendons around it. So once it does that, it's very difficult to salvage anything.
Right. And as I mentioned, I had a nephew on my ex-husband's side who had the osteosarcoma in his leg, and I think they tried those, and he had opted not to amputate the leg and did unfortunately pass away, at a young age. And so it was the right choice, obviously, and it's hard to make that adjustment, obviously, but now he has a very fulfilling life.
Yeah, well, it's hard to make to imagine that someone has to make that decision in the first place. And then it was his dominant arm and hand, and so he went through all that. But the point is, got the cancer out completely, very aggressive resection, but and it left a big hole.
Right.
And that's what my job is to. Basically
So that's your job, is to
fill the hole.
Fill the hole. Okay. And then he looked at the scar now 27 years later. Do you remember? Did that bring back memories?
It brought back a lot. That was one of those things that we did probably once or twice a week. It was
really
crazy. Yeah, we did a lot of crazy stuff.
Wow.
Often involved microsurgery. Or, we would do limb salvage where we would take a section of the bone out, maybe even the knee, and that whole section would be replaced with titanium. But that would also leave a lot of soft tissue damage. And my job is to wrap the bone with muscle, whether it's from the back or the belly or whatever it might be. So.
Okay, now important question. Do you think that you could beat Jimmy at golf?
The answer to that is absolutely not.
I was looking at him. I was like,
I was watching his swing, and even his putting. It's like it embarrasses me.
and imagine, because you're a right-hand golfer, right? Imagine trying to golf.
Well, he does it all, and he does it with a forehand.
Yeah, I tried out backhand for years. There are a lot of our one-arm golfers that swing backhand and do very well.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I just
spread, but you chose to.
I hit the ball straighter forehand.
Yeah, impressive. It's like skimming a stone is the idea with most swings, and so things take over in my head. I'm severely right-handed, so I don't get anything right. But the timing's impeccable. It's like throwing a ball in some ways, but he's mastered it, and to have that stability and control is really impressive. Especially being your non-dominant hand on top of it.
Yeah. A little adjustment.
It's super athleticism.
I never.
So you basically play with left-hand clubs, though, right?
Yeah, I putt righty though.
Yeah, but you're swinging this way. You putt righty that way. Yeah, amazing. No, it's really impressive. Really impressive.
Well, you have to take him golfing.
It's 100% happening.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're gonna make that happen.
Talk to the boss.
I love it. Now, is this the first patient you've ever met from like that type of surgery that you've reconnected with?
The answer is no.
No.
No, but it was just an interesting, the world's a small place. But
And you're in the same area where
but I did a lot of surgery, a lot of limb salvage. I did one operation where I replaced the radius of an arm for a Ewing sarcoma with a joint from the actually a leg. It's the fibula bone on the outside. It's a smaller bone. It's vestigial, which means our ancestors needed it more than we do. But if you can spare the ankle, then you can take this whole part of the bone here. And actually, this was the first time that we had ever taken it, the entire bone, all the way up to its attachment, because the top of the fibula is very similar to the end of the radius. So we were able to replace that. And I saw her years later. She came to me. I did it when she was very young, and then she came back, I think 18 years later or 19 years later, and she wanted liposuction.
Wow.
There you go. And
Okay.
her wrist function
Well, that's
is
why I'm here.
incredible. But that's
Right.
what we do.
Yes.
We did that. It was a routine thing, so you saw a lot of people. But this was so circumstantial. Obviously it was his father's friend, and his father walked in. I know you. It was that type of
Yes.
thing. So
No, and ironically, it was from like one of the first guests that I ever had on this
I think
podcast.
when we first met you, when you consulted, you were in Clifton or Nutley? Were
I
you?
was probably
Clifton?
in Bloomfield.
Bloomfield.
I was in Bloomfield at the time. But that was that was an amazing time. But I was a professor at the med school, and I did all that kind of crazy microsurgery, crazy cases all the time. But it's always so heartwarming to hear or see you, and
It's great to see you.
so amazing to see it later. And actually, Dr. Benevenia I had played golf with him last year, and he had mentioned that he had met you, and that we need to get together. And
Yeah, yes.
Look forward to that.
Yeah,
so we'll
That'd be
do
great.
that. We'll get all this
I
together.
love that.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. All right, well, I know we have the kids running around. Your wife has been amazing. I'm like 2 and 4, and they've been so quiet. But anyway, let's go grab them. And this is also the anniversary. What year anniversary of when he proposed?
9 years ago.
9 years
Wow.
ago. Okay, so now we are here with Jimmy's family. These 2 beautiful children. What are your names?
What's your name?
Connor. And what's his name?
Caden.
Caden. Oh, and what's your lovely wife's name again?
Leslie.
Leslie. Yeah, this is amazing. Such beauties. Look at those eyes, both of you. Oh my goodness, we're so happy to have you. And would you guys like a cookie or something?
Go ahead, help yourself.
Do you want to? Do you have?
I'm gonna do the picture first.
Oh, you want to do the picture first?
It's a
Okay.
video, Lou.
Everybody smile and say cheese. Wow.
Good job, bud.
Good for you.
Nice
Look.
smile.
Wow, we might have a little model here on our hands.
If only
He
you
loves
would
the
do that when we
camera.
ask him, right? If only you would do that when we ask you to take photos.
All right. And so do you want to talk to me? I hear you'd like to do soccer. Is that true? Excellent. Yes. All right. And do you like cookies? What kind do you like? I have a Snickers bar. We have these bear ones, some strawberry things. Look at that.
No.
Try.
Go try one of each.
Yes. And we're celebrating something today. Do you know what that is? It is the 9-year anniversary of when your daddy proposed to your mommy. You know what that is? When they,
Ask mommy to marry me.
yeah, he asked her to marry him today, 9 years ago. And that's when you guys started your family, basically, before you were born.
Yeah. And we had lots of thoughts about you and Caden.
Wow, we got a ham on our hands. Well, I just want to say cheers to you
Oh my
all.
gosh, thank you
And
so much.
yeah, and I don't know. I want to ask you, like, how, like, this is amazing. Like, like, had you heard anything? I'm sure about like the surgery, anything. I'm sure that's so far in the past, or to be connected.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard all about it. It actually was. We met. I don't know if he gave you a little bit of background. How
He said he picked you up.
He did. He picked me up in a bar. We were, I was out with a girlfriend, and he was out with some of his friends, and my girlfriend and his friends were kind of mutual friends, and he sent over a drink, and he was, he's so sociable, and he came over, and the first thing I asked him was like, "What happened to you?"
Right.
I was so curious, and he was super open
I
about
did
it.
we have already day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
But why do we have more lights?
To make you look more handsome.
We have more lights so
Keep
the
it bright.
camera, it's nice and bright so we can see those blue eyes of yours. Mm-hmm. Or are those kind of like hazel, like
they're getting like Jimmy's.
right? Yeah, it's like a greenish, very pretty.
Or those
Do you have the same eyes as your daddy?
All depends what I wear, right?
Yes.
does he have green eyes?
Who, Daddy? It depends on the day, but they're kind of green, yeah. A little bit blue, a little bit green,
Yes.
just like yours.
But anyway, so he was just very open and
Yeah, and he told me the whole story, and I found it incredible. And the more that I got to know him and his story and how he persevered afterward, especially being at such a pivotal time in his life, being a teenager in those really important years, and just relearning how to do everything with the opposite, non-dominant arm of his, and just his outlook on life. I mean, I wish that I could be as positive as he is. I mean, it's incredible. I get so emotional because I'm just so proud of him. He's such a wonderful person, and he doesn't let it get in the way of anything in life.
What is that for?
That's amazing. What an inspiration.
Oh, definitely. And
I did a
like his
microphone.
boys are lucky
So
to
they can
have
hear
him
us.
because to be able to look up to someone like that and just see his strength and know that he still moves on with life and does
Can they-
everything that he can possibly
can
do
they
without
have
any help.
something?
He hates asking for help. The last thing he'll do is ask for help. He will try until it's like literally a last resort. But just showing our kids that is just awesome, and already they're so proud of him, and they don't care. They ask some questions and whatever, but they don't look at him any differently. Just like I don't look at him any differently. It's so funny because I think like there was a couple times where I like made slip ups, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like clap or something like that because I forget. I forgot that he only had one arm,
Right.
And, because I just never looked at him that way. But yeah.
That's good. I mean, certainly it's not, that doesn't define him in any way, right?
Not at all.
He's a person,
Yes,
just,
absolutely.
and
yeah. Yep, and it shows because he knows so many people, and he has so many people that love him so dearly. It's very incredible. So, what do you want? You want
see the
something
cat?
on there?
the cat.
Oh, the cat. Oh,
Yes.
I see cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said that I thought this was funny that you were the one that got him that you're like, you just have to go golf with those guys.
I did. I honestly, I mean, he knew about it for a very long time before I even knew about it. And we happened to be at a Giants game together. And a friend of his who has been a part of that organization a little bit longer than Jimmy has, he pulled me to the side and was telling me about it. I had no idea about it until then. And I said to him, I was like, you have to do this. And he was like, are you sure? Like, is it okay? I'm going to be away. And I was like, yes, I think this would be so amazing. And it's been life-changing for him, having the relationships with those other people that he can relate to. And it's really important for him, for his mental health. It's an absolutely incredible organization. And I'm glad he's so involved. And he does sacrifice a lot, and he'll only go to like one tournament a year right now because of the kids and them being so little. But hopefully as time goes on and they get older and things get easier, like burden-wise on me, that he'll be able to go to more tournaments and spend more time, doing something that he loves so much.
That's
I'll one with
amazing.
him when we're done.
Yeah.
Love?
One with him when we're done.
Kid went with the cat.
You can.
Yes.
You can love.
Yeah, you can. Yes.
Here from that way.
That's good. Iceman's brother passed away recently, so he needs a little
Here.
Go back around.
exercise.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go.
Go.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, I told Jimmy, because I have actually a close friend, and her husband is the head of an organization called Move United, where it also connects a lot of the people from the military who, lost limbs and became amputees, and they compete in sports, and it's just,
Sure.
I feel like that's the best way
Yeah,
to connect
absolutely.
and,
Yes.
form a community.
Yeah.
I think it's so great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say cheers
Thank
and
you so
congratulations.
much.
I love
Thank
your
you.
story, and I
love
mean,
your story so much, I can't even tell you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're amazing. You're an amazing inspiration. Amazing.
Well, you're a big part of it,
Well, it does me proud. Does you do me proud.
and I thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was incredible when he told me, what was going on and, that you guys had connected. I said, this is so awesome. I love him, getting the word out there and just spreading this as much as he can, because this could reach someone that has, going through any kind of disability or limb loss, and it could change their life, seeing someone and seeing, the life that he's built for himself, and that it's not the end, I think that it's incredible, even if it reaches one person. So
I love it. Yay. Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
yeah,
Thank
thank you so much for having us. Your home is beautiful.
Thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unique and inspiring episode of Once Upon a Surgery. I learned so much, and I was so thrilled to meet Jimmy and Leslie and reconnect with a patient of my husband's from 27 years ago. And please, I hope you like, comment, ask questions, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Once Upon a Surgery.